Oh man. Holy crap. Wow, is this big. Does this bridge look familiar to you? Well, it may, if you happen to watch one of my previous videos. Hey guys, today we're coming to you from middle of the woods here, and behind me here is the section of the old Erie Railroad. This is a place that we ended our video for the Laurel Line video. If you haven't seen that video, it will be linked down below in the description. But we ended our video here, and we asked you guys, do you want us to continue walking down this line to see what we can possibly discover or find along our travels? And there's an overwhelming response of yes. So we're going to start here at this bridge and walk north to River Street in Scranton, following the entire Erie line. And along our way, we'll show you what we see, discover, maybe get some answers to some questions, maybe find some cool things to investigate and check out. And we want to do it before wintertime is over. Foliage is not growing in yet. Perfect time to see what we're doing. And walking over a quarter mile away is Mike from Out Naturing. He is joining me once again, as he was taking part in our last video here. He wanted to come and check this out for himself as well. So if you want to see what we discover, all you have to do is come along with me. All right, so let's begin our journey. And we got to start off by crossing this trestle. See, some of it is kind of rotted. And just a reminder too, in a future video, we're going to be following that stream. It goes up to the base of Montage Mountain, known as the Number 5 Dam. Once summertime does come, it gets warmer, we'll be walking up that stream with our water shoes and trying to get some underwater footage as well. But right now we're going to focus on this uncharted territory. And last time I was on this was back in the 90s, doing some mountain biking, riding dirt bikes and stuff. So I don't really have much recollection as to what we'll see, but we'll find out together. And as you can see here, the rails are gone, but they do pick up further down. I do know there are sections of rails, non-rails, but the rail bed itself, we're going to follow the entire time, unless we get sidetracked and find something else along the way. And for this type of video, I'm going to keep it natural, raw and real, no music. Any snapshots I will share throughout the video instead of doing a photo montage. So hope you guys enjoy it, and we're going to keep moving. So here's a kind of an old school look. You can see behind me there is the trestle we just crossed. And I like this feature on the phone where it puts me in color, puts everything else kind of black and white, like a older type video. But as I spin around, we do have some swamp creek areas down here, some wetlands, and then where Mike is, we're going to keep moving in that direction. So just put my own little spin on the video, but keep moving along. Come on. That's a gorgeous scene right there. Got the contrast in the sky, reflection in the water, the tree line. Picture perfect.
Look at that view, guys. Perfect day for a hike.
All right, let's keep this adventure rolling. Oh, that's actually, as I'm looking, it's hard to see because it's windy and ripply. Water's got some depth to it. I actually see myself returning to get some underwater footage. There's some deepness to it, so never know what we'll find. And there's Mike again, just walking right in front of my footage, you know. Not a care in the world. We got side-by-sides down here. Just to make quick mention too, this probably will be a bit of a longer video, as most of these tend to have that long duration because there's a lot to see. We have a lot of area to travel, well over a mile to walk, so I'm not going to film obviously each and every footstep, but I want to do my best to help you feel like you're here and hopefully not miss anything along the way. So I will be cutting in at various times to show you, what we currently see and what we're dealing with, but sit back, relax, grab a snack, and as I always say, the journey is just as important as the destination. And I'm going to spin you around now because it's actually changing into almost like a little evergreen forest. So I'll show you what we have in front of us here. Here's some ATVs in the distance, kind of behind us. And if you look, there's some really cool rock features here, not only color, but formation as well. It's like a rock cut area. And you can never go too far without finding some of nature's carpet. Down past the trees and through the candy cane forest is Mike. So we're gonna meet up with him. Probably get off the rails here, it's getting kind of thick, and follow the trail that the ATVs came down on. Make sure you don't get poked in the eye as we walk through this. So there's a look at the rails. Now we're going to go parallel to it on a much easier path to navigate. Now, if you guys want any history on the Erie Railroad, I did share it in one of my previous videos. If you go down below in the description, I will have a playlist for the Abandoned Railroad videos. And the first video, you'll be able to see where we walked in the other direction towards Rocky Glen Park and shared some of the history. And one thing I do know is that these tracks were last used sometime in the late 1970s. So if you guys need Any additional information, you can always Google it as well. Just search Erie Railroad. But now the landscape has changed once again. It's opened up quite nicely here, so I'll spin you guys back around. Nice open forest. In the distance, you may see some train cars. Those are hopper cars for the Delaware Lackawanna. It's a holding siding for the switchback. And the Electric City Trolley Museum also parallels that track as well. And for those of you who enjoy the treetop canopy, this next segment is for you. Now, I'm not sure if the microphone's going to pick it up. There's something making noise in the background. Might be frogs. So off in the distance is Interstate 81. I'll zoom in, you can see a little bit of it. And as I zoom in, there is absolutely no cars coming by. But yeah, you can see it there. I'm gonna zoom back out though. And we are still continuing along the line. Different landscapes where it opens up, gets closed in, some evergreens and pines, and then fallen trees like this one. It's a pretty featureless trek, you know. Obviously, if you have a ATV side-by-side, dirt bike, something like that, even a mountain bike, you'd cover a lot more ground. But at the same time, you may inadvertently pass by some cool features or items or objects that we may catch on foot. So we don't mind the walk, and we actually did it smartly. We left one car back where we started and another car at the end of our destination. That way we don't have to backtrack. But it's a beautiful day out. It's pretty comfortable temps. We can still see everything nice and clear. You know, and we're, for the most part, out here by ourselves, except for the ATVers. But here's a nice open spot down here. You see a lot of wetlands down there. The tracks you see is for the Electric City Trolley Museum. They use that, and also the Delaware Lackawanna for their short line delivery to Manuka. But this is definitely much more elevated. Some behind the scenes here. So we're looking at the tracks. It is stamped here, Carnegie, USA. And we did see a date of 1935. I know in other sections we saw, I think 1928 possibly, but still very dated. And unfortunately back here, even though you're alone in the wilderness, you can't escape the sound of traffic. It's even louder now because there's no leaves on the trees. And you can see here, so possibly a game trail going up. It's kind of tampered down. Pockets of nature's carpet. Ooh. You know what, let's bring a little bit of this to life with the snap of a finger. And now let's go back to reality. So as I was admiring the rock outcroppings up on top, which may have some possible caves, Mike made another discovery. And the plot thickens. This is just a few days ago. Jeez, we're gonna catch him one of these days. The only difference though is QT is not lined up typically the same. The dash for the Q typically touches the T. So even though it's the same paint, same type of font, they did write it a bit differently.
The brush is still sloppy too.
Yeah, so
I wonder if that's
it
the imposter.
could be an imposter, but it looks a little bit more legitimate than the other ones we've seen. So there's a chance it could be legit, but typically the Q and the T match right here. So it makes me a little bit doubtful as to its authenticity. So with the whole QT saga, I want to hear from you guys. Do you think that is a real authentic QT marking, or do you think it's an imposter? Comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. So a little bit further past where we saw QT, and saw a pretty cool formation here. You look at this. It's almost like a big outcropping of material and rock, and below it, it's covered in Mother Nature's carpet. I'm gonna walk up to it, get a closer look at it. Oh, look at that. Like a sponge.
Kid in the candy shop.
Oh, hey, see this?
Yeah, I saw. I don't know if that was a water runoff or like a little cave for an animal.
Do you guys want to check out the Nature's carpet up close? Because I'm in heaven here. Come on, I'll show you. Man, this is some of the finest Persian Nature's carpet you could find. And look at how soft it is. It is amazing. I feel like I'm in like the Amazon forest. And there's that unique outcropping. And we spotted over here too, a little hole. So I'll shine my flashlight into and zoom in a little bit. Probably a animal hole. It gets narrow back there, but looks like it's cleared out. And there's the material. I'm gonna snap a few photos here, which I'll share immediately after this. It's pretty gorgeous. Found another cool natural feature here. I spotted the tree growing out of the rocks, but then you look, it kind of goes inwards a little bit. Rather unique, and we got some carpet mixed in there too. As I go wide angle, you can see, just jets out of you vertically. And here we got some nice ferns mixed in with the carpet, and this rock is very loose material. Pretty sure almost like, yeah, just breaks right apart. Pretty neat though. I have to make way for the ATVers coming through. It's pretty popular back here today with people riding and exploring and stuff. And now that they're gone, we could continue on. Here the rails do end. You've got a breach in the tracks here. Now I don't know if the tracks will pick back up We are going to continue following the rail bed though. There's more ties up there. But this may be the last section of rail that we'll see in this portion of the video. But I do know the line keeps going on considerably longer. There's actually an additional part after this video where we end our video today. We're going to pick up from there in the future and continue on even further. And here's a rope right here. There's somebody had something tied on here. The rope. Can't get enough of this though. I was telling Mike you could actually like cut some of this away, put it in your pillow for stuffing. This is so soft. It's like some of the best quality I've ever found. And there's somebody firing a gun too. And it's not a surprise, you know. People doing target shooting out here in the middle of the woods. It's not our first time coming upon gunshots. He's getting some still shots. But I'll spin you around. You can see we got more to go. I would guesstimate we're maybe about halfway. So again, I'll pick up with the video when we have some more interesting features to show or something to share. But we do have some ground to cover, so we'll keep moving and return with you guys soon. And you can see more remnants of the ties here. Wouldn't doubt it, there's probably some spikes here too mixed in. The plates or the J-hooks. Now we do have some elevation here, you know, down below. You can see the wetlands. And down there, at one time in the early 1900s, was a town called Little Virginia. They talk about it a little bit on the trolley excursion. There used to be a dance hall down there, and I think some homes and other stuff, but that is long gone. And looks like we got a washout here. So without walking much further, the rails do pick back up. It is kind of odd how they are missing in certain sections, but right there, got a jumble of ties here. And then they do continue, so it's good to see it. They're still here. I do know some railroads do repurpose recycle tracks for other railroads for new additions, spurs or switches. But these ones have been here for a long time. You can see how the bed is elevated here. We're walking down maybe about 4 feet below it. And as we pan over, you can see it continues up around the turn there. So it's gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. And the one thing I ask from you guys, if you are enjoying this adventure and appreciate me documenting the railroad history here, the best thing you could do is just to drop a thumbs up. Well, there's some little water here. Mike's gonna be happy. It's not a waterfall, but it is water. Now, this is probably good enough to drink too. It's coming right out of the rocks.
I gotta guard you.
I'm almost willing to bet without a doubt that water is drinkable because it's coming down through the rocks and being filtered through the moss, which is like a natural filtration system, almost like a nature's charcoal filter, so to speak. So finds like this are good if you're in a survival situation. Fill up your water bottle, it's cold, clean, and refreshing, and it just could save someone's life. So right up there is where we're checking out the little trickling water. I looked over and saw this, which is man-made. It's concrete. It's actually a hole there too. That's because there's a pipe coming out of it. Oh yeah, so that goes in.
Good look in there. He has a flashlight, so definitely get over and
It goes probably at least 20, 30 feet that I could see.
in the description. I'll show you what's inside.
Yeah, there's as far as I could go.
Definitely get on.
So it goes underneath the rail bed, I know that. Interesting. So quick update, we just came from that direction coming this way, and I was looking over, and up in the distance there's some rock outcroppings, and one of them I see some darkness. May or may not be a type of cave or overhang or something, but we're gonna go up there and investigate it. We also do have some more trickling water here as well, but once we get up closer, we'll show you what our findings are. Okay, we're about more than halfway there. We came up from the rails, and right ahead of us is what we're going to investigate. A little out of breath, but it's worth the climb. Oh man. Holy crap. Wow, is this big.
Oh, this is massive.
Look at. Oh, this is incredible.
It's like a rock amphitheater.
Huge overhang of rocks. Mike, walk under for scale. There you can see how big it is compared to him. He's about the same height as me. There's even some fire pits, a little table, a bench. Wow, this is a pretty incredible find. Just happened to look up, like, you know what, this is a fantastic shelter because right now where I'm standing, you're under the rocks. You're protected by wind, rain, probably animals. Let's see what it looks like back here. I'm gonna go to main camera here. So I came over to here where the water's coming down and turned on the flashlight. First thing I saw was that canister, the camping gas. And there's also a mat there, and it looks like possibly water that somebody has hidden back there. And if you look down bottom, there's actually a pot or something there as well. And that is fresh, clean water coming through the rocks. It's like a little waterfall back there. I'm gonna try to get you a closer look at it. Yeah, so here we are. Somebody's supplies hidden back there. We may check them out, but we'll put them back. But how cool is that? It's like a shower in there. What a bizarre find. Definitely somebody's camping spot, without a doubt. So this, without a doubt, is an incredible find. Just a natural formation like this, natural shelter, and just to see how people have been utilizing it. They got a fire pit, benches, they have gear hidden back there. Without a doubt, I'm gonna be returning. If I don't camp, I'm gonna at least come here to cook. We're also gonna utilize this place right now as a kind of timeout. We're gonna take a break here, have some water, have a snack. I did bring a candy bar. I'll share that with you guys, but I'm gonna also walk around, see what else there is to discover here. It does actually go back in the distance that way too, through there. So I'm gonna mount you guys in the tripod as I explore around. Then we'll have a bit of a snack and then continue on. But this is really something else. This is like something you would see in another state, or on like reality TV videos or movies, because honestly I never knew such incredible features existed here right in my neck of the woods. So completely awesome.
Drink out my water and some candy and just enjoy sitting down.
Let's just say it gets better and better as we go along.
So should we not pause here for a candy bar?
Water. All right, so I got my little bench here. We're gonna take a break. But before we start doing the segment I'm filming right now, I did explore a bit further down, and it actually gets a bit more interesting and cooler, so to speak. So once we do wrap up here, we're going to continue a little bit further down this rock outcropping here and show you what else is down there, because me and Mike are talking. We're going to return here probably more than once to do a couple different types of videos. And it's going to be something you don't want to miss. But of course, I do have my water, and with the natural flow of water, I'm going to be refilling my water bottle. That is crystal clear drinking water being filtered down through the rocks. Absolutely 100% safe. Nothing that could contaminate it at all. And for snack today, I did bring, I can fish it out here, a Snickers almond bar. I like almonds, I like Snickers, combination of both. Good protein, good energy, good snack for today. Me and Mike both actually thought about bringing our camping stuff here, cooking stuff. We didn't know what to expect today. It'd be a lot of gear to carry, but we'll be returning one way or another to definitely cook some meals here and do some other stuff. So that's where we wrap up here. Pick back up with you, so see you guys in a minute. Okay, so welcome back to the next segment of the video. We guys just got done taking a little break here. Mike spontaneously decided to do a live stream to share the location with his viewers, which turned out to be pretty fun, and he had a great turnout. So now that we are kind of rehydrated, I refilled up my bottle with the spring water there. We had our snack, chatted with some of the viewers. We are going to continue along this ridge line here and show you what's over there, because it's even more interesting than what just here. This is a cool spot. that we're definitely going to return to, but there's more to see. And I don't want to spoil it. I just want to simply show it to you. So, as I always say, come along with me. We'll check it out. Okay, so Mike's getting ready to go. We're going to give you one last look here. We have plans to return here more than once to do different types of videos, which I'm not going to spoil. Just be on the lookout for them in the future. But one heck of a spot, though. But as I did kind of a snoop around, there is more to see. So we're going to take our time. I'm going to keep you guys rolling so you can see it as I see it. Let me just adjust my tripod real quick here. Give me a second. All right, sorry about that. We are good to go now. You can see the water dripping from the overhang. Nice natural filtration through the rocks and the moss. Sun's coming out now too. It's turning out to be even a better day than when we started. You can just see the puddles of clean water there. And Mike's coming in the distance. Such a cool spot though. But as you see ahead, there's like another little cave area here, not as big, but we can go underneath it. Just watch your head. On here, some of that flaky stuff, which Cliff told me is lichen. It's soggy right now because it's wet. It's almost like wallpaper or paint chips. Let's go underneath here. Just watch your head, as I said. It is low. I'm gonna see you spinning around here. You can see what I'm dealing with here. So, yeah. Get a view of Mike coming through.
It's okay. I'm hunched over. But just another cool little cave. We all have.
And there's a fire pit there.
Turn. So you get the whole perspective.
But what I want to show you is pretty cool. I'm going to do a nice revealing shot here. And start right here and tilt up. So here it comes. Look at that. That is so cool. A nice little trickling on the verge of being a waterfall.
Spectacular. Contrast with the clouds. Beautiful sound of the rain just splattering here off the rocks below. Imagine a little bit of rain. This is a beautiful waterfall.
Yeah, that's just a nice shot there. Aside from the traffic, the water sounds good. Nice clean water. But aside from that, we have another area to check out here as well. Some pretty cool rock formations here. So I'm going to try my best to scramble around here, get up on top of there, crawl through there, just kind of play around. And once I check it out for myself, I'll take you guys along as well. I was trying to put my gazelle skills to the work. Let's go check this out.
There's some more trees over here too.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hook up my Osmo action camera to my head here. We're going to go up there together. I don't want to take the gimbal and everything up there and risk dropping it. So I'm going to mount the head camera and we'll go and show you what it looks like about the top. It's pretty neat. Okay, I'm rolling. Let's go. You see a little kind of natural staircase here, which will help us get up to the top. It does go off that way, but we're going to go up. It's one step at a time, get some good footholds. It's not too bad. Ugh. Here's Mike. So I need to get over here, go up. Just getting his B-roll. Ow! Give him his space there for a second. I just want to show you over here. Got some luscious ferns here. Water dripping down. A little shelter area there, possibly. A lot of nature's carpet. And in the distance, Interstate 81. So here we are pretty much on the highest spot. The tripod's down there. You can see the water. And straight ahead, which is hard to see, but it is Interstate 81 northbound, coming around the curve there. I'm gonna snap a few photos, which I'll share with you guys. And here we are. A little nervous with the heights, but not too bad. I'm more focused on getting you guys some good footage here. That is cool. That's, you know, perfectly clean drinking water. We got some little different terraces and levels. But we're gonna go down there, check that out. Looks like there's some openings as well. And we gotta leap across this.
Yeah, the leap of faith.
And there's some Gold Bond, in case you got a rash. Yeah, there's looking straight down. You don't want to fall, so you just gotta take a leap. Ugh. Get a shot of Mike here, Magic Mike.
Billy goat.
Making our way back, got a tree here, some beautiful nature's carpet growing on it. Kind of like wallpaper. Some nice ferns here. Little tiny spider web right there. Oh, look at this, guys. Picture perfect. Gotta get some photos here. So now the tricky part, we got to get back down here. It's always easier coming up than down, but we'll make it work. trick is to have good shoes with good grip, like hiking shoes. It does make a difference. And we're gonna leap. Let me take that, or you got it?
Yeah, I got
It's the gazelle, or billy goat.
This is my territory. Followed out.
Yeah, it's a little. No, oh, it goes down to the left here, down that way. Yeah, there's some space down there. It's like a cavity.
Yeah, it looks like it goes all the way back to probably the outside wall. There's a big rock over on this side and a big rock on the other, but
Oh yeah,
impressive.
it definitely goes back. It'd be a tight squeeze. I don't want to try to force it, but it definitely has some room back there. Without a doubt. A little cavity here. But yeah, it's pretty neat though. Okay, so I just got done checking out these little rocky cliffs here. Kind of like an adult playground. Hopefully the action camera on my head gave it a good perspective. It was much easier to climb around hands-free, and hopefully the footage made it feel like you were climbing with me. But pretty cool here. We got some pretty cool views up top. The hole down bottom there was neat. A little cavity that goes underneath the rocks. And of course the little waterfall here is just as amazing. Definitely want to return after a heavy rainfall. Pretty sure this will be cascading over quite nicely. And in the summertime, may even stand under and get wet, who knows. But all in all, this whole little side thing could literally be a video in itself. I'm gonna include it in this video just because I want you to experience what we experienced on our travels. We have to go back down the mountainside now, pick up with the rails, and continue north to the final destination, which is River Street. So once you see the next segment, we will be down there, continuing onwards. And hopefully you're enjoying this because we're having a heck of a time today. So a lot more to come, so stay tuned. So just up there's where we came from our little side adventure. And man, that was one heck of a find. I couldn't believe. I just looked up at a random area, saw some darkness. I said, Mike, I think there might be a cave up there. Even though it wasn't a full cave, it was a really cool overhang shelter and turned out to be a great spot. We probably spent over an hour up there. We didn't film everything, but we had a great time, came up with some plans for future videos. And without a doubt, there's probably more of them like that around here because up higher in different areas, there are different rock outcroppings. Without certainty, ooh, that butterfly is playing chicken with me. Oh yeah, there's a telegraph pole right there. That's what you saw, see it?
Oh yeah. Those blue lights. I want to climb up there and get those.
Yeah, just a little squirrel moment here. We saw a pole laying down, and it's yeah, you can see through the trees there. It's a telegraph pole with the insulators.
Are they blue?
I think so.
They have a blue hue to them.
But as I was saying, you can see the rocks up in the distance. There's without a doubt more of those little caves and shelters. Yeah, those are blue. Those are the good kind. That's like the one I found.
I say, imagine getting those and making those light covers.
Yeah. Did you see the picture I took with the flashlight in it?
Yeah, that's a good.
It looks like up ahead we're going to have a clearing, which should give us a pretty good view of the highway. So we're going to keep it rolling until we reach that. Yeah, there's more of those poles there in the distance.
Pretty good view of that on the highway too.
Oh, there's something here too, I can almost guarantee. Yeah, I think there's more caves. This is tampered down for ATVs. Yeah, there's something there in the distance. Like I said, there's guaranteed to be more caves. There's a telegraph pole. Looks like that one's been stripped of the insulators. Looks like a washout area here. Rails are still here. Very thick though. But let's check out that view.
This is where they're firing off the guns. See all the targets and.
Is that where it was?
Yeah, you see like clay pigeons down there, and looks like they're just firing at that barrel.
Yeah, so that is the unofficial shooting range where we hear all the shots from. It's good to know they're firing into a mountainside, so there's no stray bullets, but unfortunately a lot of garbage down there. I'll zoom in one more time to show you. But definitely very cool though, very cool vantage point from here. You can see clear through the trees, kind of back towards where we started. See 81 perfectly fine. You can see pockets of water down there. You know, it's all exposed right now because you know it is still winter time, but pretty nice vantage point though, but we got to keep moving. So we did take another quick detour where the lookout point's right there. We saw another little possible area. And indeed, here it is. A little camping area.
Here we are.
Looks like they may have had some beans. Definitely a nice little shelter. And you can see the rocks kind of teetering here like that, which is pretty neat. And we're gonna make our way through as I'm getting snagged. Oh yeah, here we are inside of it. And here's looking back. Got a side-by-side rolling through. So that's where we just walked through. And again, a lot of different crevasses and ledges and little tiny pockets. You could, again, you could explore this area endlessly and probably find more unique and interesting items, but we have to return for that for a separate video. Yeah, see, now this one even looks cooler. Now I'm forced to go back and check that out. That looks like it goes back there somewhere.
See if he sees anything behind those rocks. Just look how absolutely amazing.
He's got his dogs in the back.
I wish I knew the dogs were there because I would have had a sick shot of them.
Aw. Definitely popular here today. We saw probably 100 people on all-terrain vehicles. First one with dogs though.
Amazing.
You can see how we're going down a little ravine here now. Tracks are up on top to the right. And we're starting to lose a little bit of elevation, but still higher up than the rest of the grounds to the left. blare music on his quad. Sounds like country. Not my choice.
Found a lighter.
Bic
lighters.
make a quality product.
Out in the woods.
It's the second one we found in the woods and still works.
Nothing wrong with a Bic lighter.
Now we can get that campfire started.
Right? Well, I have matches and cotton balls too.
Here's some track now, 1943.
Yep.
Should be able to see that there. There you go, 1943. 11228 PE OH Carnegie, USA, 1943. So what I want to show you is something pretty spectacular. Standing in the middle of the rail line here. Now to our left, a massive stacked stone wall. When I say massive, I mean massive. Camera is not doing it justice. I will have to give you a size comparison because it is amazing how they built this. We got some ATV riders here again. I just have to take you and show you how incredible this looks. It's like perfectly aligned with the trees and it's completely open in the middle. Look at the shot of that straight away. I'm going to zoom in increments here. This is wide angle, straight shot. You can walk right down the tracks. They're zoomed in a little bit more. And let's go one more time. That is an incredible shot. I'm gonna definitely take some still photos here. But that is pretty amazing how the trees formed. And it's like a trail right through the middle. Pretty amazing. Here's a look at that wall. Again, it is amazing how they constructed it. These are large stones and it was built to last. This is here probably, I would say, at least 50 years, if not longer. Maybe even 100 years. It's a giant retaining wall, sloped towards the bank side. And it has moss growing out of it. And it's just spectacular. Doesn't get any better than that. That's an ideal shot right there. There we go, there's another cool shot. Got the green, got the contrast with the sky. That's one for the books. Also found right there is a drainage culvert. It was under the tracks. And comes out right here. There's a pipe right there. I'm gonna put you guys down on the gimbal, which is back there. I'm gonna go by the wall here to show you the size of it. It's not the most, biggest or largest wall, but it's bigger than it looks on camera, I can tell you that. There's the billy goat. that wall's something else. You see that? He's trying to throw trees at me. What a guy. Okay, update time once again. We're kind of getting more than we were expecting, like we do often in other locations, but we're kind of getting almost too much. And I thought about breaking this up into separate videos, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it as one long video. And you guys may like that, you may not. If you don't, I apologize. If you can't watch the entire thing, obviously come back, finish it when you can. But we just came from that direction. We're still following the tracks. And we heard some water. And we look down here, there's a drainage culvert, stone culvert made to control the water coming down behind me, which I'm going to show you. Mike's actually going there now. So I'll take you over and show you. So there's the water. And Mike spotted it further up. You won't be able to see it from here. There is something that caught our attention, and it's going to force us to go up there to investigate it. I don't want to get off track more than we already have, but I can't walk past it knowing that there could be something really cool to share. So once we get closer, like always, I will bring the video back. We'll show you what we find. It may be a home run, it may be a swing and a miss, but it's my due diligence to show as much of a location that I can so that you don't think you're missing out on anything. So good, bad, we're going to continue on and head up there next. So we'll see you up there. Yes, here's the inlet part of the stone culvert.
That's awesome.
Maybe some water issues that'd go through it. Can you see straight through?
Yeah. Right to the other side.
Get you guys a little look at it there. Yeah, there we go. Complete stone all the way through. And if you see straight ahead, looks like another cave or a rocky overhang and shelter. But we're going to keep going upwards where Mike is, chasing waterfalls. Oh, well, if there's a flood here, we're going to use that plunger. That'll free it up. Yeah, perfectly good plunger. Nice little peaceful stream here. Oh, and there's some electrical components from the DeLorean, the flux capacitor. Mike is seriously beelining it up there. Leave me in the dust here, but I'm taking my time. There's a nice little area. I'll zoom in and show you Mike up there. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I want to definitely see that for myself. All right, guys, I'm going to reveal this to you. This is something else. Look at that gorgeous green moss, algae, and water. All you can say is wow. So we came up farther on top of the waterfall and presented with this, which I wanted to share with you. Nice little algae covered, moss covered, trickling waterfall. As I tilt up, we'll see a tree there, kind of hollowed out, looks like an elongated heart. But as I zoom out, we're actually finding signs of a bottle dump here. I found what looks to be like an old ketchup bottle, glass. And we have, what does that say? Bromo seltzer. Nice blue colored glass. Got a mason jar. I actually like that one though. I may take that. But there's a lot more too. They're kind of hidden in everywhere here. But what we want to show you, I haven't even revealed yet. Got some more bottles here. All right, you guys ready for this? Here's a revealing money shot. Look at that stone culvert. I don't even know how far that goes. I very badly want to go in there and see where that goes. There's also a trash dump here. People have been dumping stuff. But I'm gonna set you guys down. I'm gonna take the flashlight, see how far I could get in. I don't want to go too far because it is very wet and slippery, but let's see what I could do. So thanks to the assistance from Mike, I was able to bring the camera over here. And I'm going to show you what's inside of here. As long as I don't slip and fall, because it is pretty slippery. I'm kind of stepping on whatever I can to not slide. So as close as I could go, and turn the light on and show you. Unfortunately, it is collapsed up there. It doesn't go any further. I'm going to zoom in and show you a little bit more. There, so it doesn't go any further. It comes down from the surface. But the odd thing is, look right here. There's glass bottles kind of working their way down through the earth. So that is pretty cool. So, and Mike's having a field day looking for bottles. He found about a dozen Clorox bottles.
There's another one. Another one. I think it's all glass.
Yeah. Could definitely even spend a day here making a video. There's bottles and, you know, containers, all sorts of things dumped here. Seriously, everywhere you walk, it's almost like a hazard. There's broken glass everywhere. Bottles and bottles and bottles. Everywhere, like there's stuff scattered all along here. If you'd like to see me return here at a future time to dig through some of these bottles, let me know. I actually think there's a pretty close access point to where we are from the street, so I won't have to hike the entire distance. But I could bring some gloves, bring some little tools. I don't know much about bottles, but I think they're always cool to find. And maybe through your help, you could possibly help educate me on them. So let me know your thoughts down below. So I was washing my hands and this bottle was right next to me. It says Ann Page salad dressing, and it says macaroni salad before it. If you guys happen to know a date on that, roughly, I never heard of Ann Page macaroni salad, but it is a intact jar. No macaroni salad in it, but yeah, it's right there. Pretty cool. You know something I just realized? This reminds me of something. I filmed something very similar to this before. I'm gonna link the video down below in the description. I call it the Mystery Cave, even though it's not a cave, it's man-made. But the one I went through, I was able to go all the way through and come out on top. And this is indeed used for water. I'm pretty sure that one was indeed used for water at one point. Actually came all the way down underneath the railroad tracks and discharged into the river. But if you want to see that video, which is one of my more popular videos on the channel, it will be linked down below in the description, but it looks almost identical to that. So that kind of does help answer some questions as to what I was exploring when I was there at that location. All right, so a little update here. This has been a long, adventurous and tiring day. Temperatures got up much higher than we were thinking they were going to. I'm actually like a sweaty mess now. Not to gross you out, but it's just the way it is. We've been doing a lot of walking. We'll find out once we get to the end how long we actually did indeed walk. I'm guessing it's probably a couple miles. It's longer than we anticipated. Video's not over yet, but we are probably 3/4 of the way through. We are near the River Street exit along 81. And as you can hear, there's overabundance of people out here. People hiking, ATVs. More ATVs. It's a busy day back here today. I know ATVs would be a lot more efficient, but I guarantee we would have blew by some of the stuff that we captured today. I guess we'll pick up and keep going, finish this off, finish strong. I finished my second bottle of water, or third bottle, because I refilled it at that little spring area. And I'm glad I did, it came in handy. But I'm just taking a seat on the rail here now. There is still a section of abandoned rail. I'll show you that as we head into the home stretch. I will say though, if you made it this far, I want to thank you for staying tuned and for not bailing ship, because just like every other adventure, you never know what you're going to find. And I don't put things in a necessary order as far as like the best things saved for the last. I film it as I see it. So if we encounter something really cool in the beginning, it's at the beginning. If I film it later, it's later on. So like I said, if you can't watch the whole thing, coming back to watch it later, it's perfectly feasible. And if I knew that we were going to experience as much as we did today, I would have broken this up into separate videos. I could have done a video on the rails, on that cave, on that door stone culvert feature. I could have done 3 separate videos, but I couldn't because I didn't know they were back here. In order for me to do that, I'd have to do intros and outros for each of those locations. So unless I say otherwise, this is probably gonna be one long video. If it's not, if it is broken up into pieces, well, then you probably won't be hearing this part. But enough of me rambling. Let's keep moving on. I know Mike's waiting for me. Continuing along, we are nearing the end. I am starting to see some houses in the distance. Civilization is just around the corner. Rails I didn't think went this far, so it's good to see that they are still here. More than half of the line that we walked today is intact. And off to the left is 81, South Scranton in the distance. So just to give you proximity as to where we are. But we are gonna continue all the way out to River Street. As I mentioned, we did park one of our vehicles there, and one of them we left back where we started. And we did have actually 2 other locations planned for today, 2 other videos. It just didn't work out. We started this roughly around 11 a.m. and it's now after 5 p.m. And there's some homes up there. So if anyone ever said, hey, it's quick and easy to make these videos, sometimes it is. Today it's not, but you know, it's a beautiful day out. Walked, you know, however long we've walked. Climbed, experienced, explored. Today had it all. But if you guys are, you know, enjoying these abandoned rail adventures, I have many more planned, but the next one is going to continue where we stopped, which I'll show you once we reach that point. And we'll see what else we find. But gonna stop it here, and then we'll pick up closer to the end. Got a tiny little washout area. It's kind of minuscule to some of the ones we've seen before. But tracks are still there. I didn't realize they went this far, so I'm kind of shocked. Thought they were ripped out or buried or whatever else. Just another further update. We're further along now, and now we've hit like a local landfill here. Tons of garbage dumped. Plastic, wood, containers. It's rather sickening. Yeah, but the rails, as you can see, are still here. And there's a little grassy patch. That's kind of odd. And up here, up ahead, is some steps, which I don't know what they're put here for, who it's giving access to. Yeah. Got another washout area here. It looks like, oh yeah, here's the rails. There's like where water would run off up there. You can see it's kind of exposed. You know, not looking the best shape. So, more trash, and spotted a little rubber ball. So you know what that means. Officially abandoned. So if you look up through the trees, you can see parts of a swing set, a child swing set. Well, it looks like they upgraded because the smaller, older version is right here in front of us. Looks like they threw it down the backyard here along the tracks. Little Fisher Price Playhouse sitting right there. Unreal. All right, the end is near. It has the sign for exit 184 River Street, which is going to be just straight ahead a bit further. So we're still there, still making our way, and the tracks are still here too. So we'll see you a bit further down. So it just came from that direction, and the end is in front of us. Ooh, Christmas tree. Tracks are still here. I didn't think they came this far. Straight ahead is River Street and the Salvation Army thrift store. Really surprised the tracks are still here. And what is that? Three-wheel buggy?
Got a mobile baby car here. It's gonna go running. There's the tires on them, the brakes.
Gotta throw that on Craigslist right now.
Right?
Get $250. 250 bucks. So yeah, let's watch. The rails are going to disappear here at some point. So there's the rails, and it looks like they end right around here somewhere. Let's see. So I'm standing right where the rails would be, and they're either buried or cut off from here. So about 10 feet ahead of me is where the last point of them can be seen. But this is the remnants of the lion, though. It's all dug up and everything like that. And as we get a little bit further up here, I am going to finish things up and let you know what's in store for some future content. I found one final section right here. There it is. It's still continuing, and it's buried under River Street and goes across over there. This is take about 97, so here we are. We did reach River Street here in Scranton. This is our destination for today. The journey was incredible. Behind me is the Salvation Army thrift store, and as we've seen up until here, the tracks do continue for the most part. A lot more of the rail is intact than I actually imagined. Even here we are right now, I did show a little section of it kind of exposed through the parking lot here. And back here through that thick, wooded, brushy area, the tracks and ties still continue back in that direction along 81. That's actually gonna be a future installment. If you wanna see that video and find out what we discover on that journey, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to my channel and ring that notification bell. When you do that, choose all. That way you'll get alerted each time I upload new content to my channel. I do want to thank Mike for joining me today. I'm going to bring him over here in just a moment to share his thoughts. Don't forget to check down below in the description for a link to his video and all the other videos and information I did mention about today, as far as other locations I filmed, other things I talked about, and of course links to my Patreon page, merchandise shop, Facebook, email, PO box, all the other good stuff is listed down below. But for you guys, I want to hear from you. Use that comment section. I want to hear your thoughts on today's adventure. If you have any information you'd like to share that can help maybe educate us on what we saw today, or thoughts or ideas on what we could do for future videos, share your feedback. You know, I love hearing from you guys. I take time out of my day, each and every day, to read your comments, and I love hearing what you guys have to say. But we're going to bring Mike over now, and he'll share his thoughts.
So guys, this place was a treat for sure. I mean, we came out expecting not to see nearly as much as we did out here, and we got surprised with caves, waterfalls. I mean, you name it, it was out here. So I can't wait to come back again and, well, not only continue, but to also come back and just go through all those caves, have the cook and eat with Jay up there, do a lot of other stuff back here. But this place is definitely a winner in my books.
Yeah, like he said, this trip today had everything that you could ever imagine: water, caves, exploring, railroad tracks, history. Now, I'm not sure right now as I'm speaking to this video how I'm going to edit this out. I may have 3 separate videos. This might be one long video. If there are additional videos, you can find the other links down below in the description. But definitely check out Mike's channel for his version of it, because he filmed some different things that I didn't get to see and vice versa. And it just turned out to be one heck of a day. Like I said, we had other things planned for today, but walking 4 miles, exploring, you know, taking a lunch break, him doing a live stream, it turned out to be a very long day, but I wasn't, you know, complaining in the least bit, because we had such a great time. And I just can't wait to edit the footage and share it with each and every one of you. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the adventure, drop a like down below. And until next time, we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.
Take care, guys.
Don't forget to check the description for all the links for Mike's channel and the other videos I did mention throughout this video. And also, I'm going to have getting interrupted here by an ATV.
You guys want to film me, go right ahead. I'll be a star. I'll do donuts. I'll do donuts for you.
You want to do donuts? I'll get you on film.
Bastard f***ed up my outro. I gotta do my outro over again. Alright, so this is take 2 on my outro. We got interrupted by a guy in the ATV who wanted to be a star of the show. But I'm gonna do my best to remember what I said. Alright, take 3. You want to be in the outro or no?
Doesn't matter if you want to be in. I will if you want to do it alone.
I'll wave you over because yes, you're part of it today. So, all right, take 3 on my outro. Keep getting interrupted by ATVers and random people. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and take it a step further. Ring the notification bell and choose all. That way you'll be uploaded. Damn it! I'm going off the rails here. And if you do, make sure you ring that notification bell. And if we do that, choose all. Damn it! Oops.
Take 6.
So guys, we reached our destination here, River Street in Scranton. This is our final location that we had to reach today, and it's not coming out good. Man, I forgot how to talk.